will be kicking for Houston. Kick is up. It is going to drop around the 30. Oklahoma having trouble getting a hand on it. The ball is going to be recovered by Oklahoma. They do not get a positive gain on that. That will bring up a first down for the Rage. 1st and 10 for Oklahoma.
Ball is recovered by the Rage at the 29-yard line.
So
they will take over 1st and 10.
Dangerous first possession there, but first kickoff of the year. Officials stopping the play. There we go. I don't think they stopped the clock whenever it went off there. Rage out of the single back. This is a handoff down the middle. That's the first down play to start off for Oklahoma. Big run. Looked like that was 22, I believe.
Hugh Simmons on the run for a first down.
That was Simmons on the run.
14.
Glad our announcer has some names here. We'll just kind of cheat off of him a little bit while we can. This time we got twin receivers on each side. Another handoff in the backfield. This is another first down play, and that is going to pick up about 13, 14 yards for a first down. And the chain crew is going to move again here. Oklahoma Rage, 2 first downs in a row. This team here made it to Canton, Ohio last year and had a very good showing in that championship game. They did not win, but it's not always about winning. In motion. Low snap. Little check down pass. Wide open. Enough for almost a first down. And again, it is the Oklahoma Rage. Very good check down pass on that. In motion, very short motion. Another first down, 3 first downs in a row. That was right at 10 yards on the completion. 13 minutes to go and counting. We are still scoreless here. Rage in the black. Pass is caught. This is going to bring up second down and about 4 or 5. We'll just call it 5 here. That's close enough. That'll bring up the second down here for this current set. We've had 3 first downs already. Rage moving the ball very well. Again, snap, almost direct snap to the running back. Kind of in a fullback set instead. That will give us a 3rd and very short. We may be 1 or 2 yards back. That wind is blowing this top of this press box. Very good view, though, up here, by the way. Simmons again making it with her feet, picking up almost a first down. 3rd and very short, 3rd and 2 coming up. In motion, that is broken up. And that was 42 on the power. That was Rachel Canton, I believe. I don't have that name on here. That does bring up a 4th down. And a loss of a loss of more than 1. But Oklahoma is going to go for the pass. It is picked off. That is an arm punt. Big tackle away from the ball. Return will not get back to the line of scrimmage, but we're going to have a first down and the interception Interception by Victoria Benson.
Ball comes out to the 27-yard line.
So that will be a first down here. Houston will quick rotation in and out to the offense. Again, thank you for joining us today. It is a pleasure down here from Claremore, Oklahoma. Very beautiful place. I'll try to get the... what are we doing here? I don't know. My computer is being cranky. Handoff in the backfield. Not a lot to gain on the play. Maybe a loss. That'll bring up second down and 10 if they made it to the line of scrimmage.
Number 2, Chelsea Vitale. On the carry, brought down by a host of Rage players.
Oklahoma Rage defense stepping up and nowhere to go on that. Second down and 10. Handoff. Running back has room. Appears to be Vital. Chelsea Vital.
Vitale in the carry again for a gain of 3. Brings up a 3rd and 7 for
That
Houston.
will bring up 3rd and 7 after the 3-yard gain on the play. Right now, the Oklahoma Rage here, their defense is holding stout. That interception kind of messed up things a little bit, but not a whole lot. Pass is complete for a first down near the midfield. She was not touched, and this play may go for a touchdown here. That ball came out. Did it come out before the... If they're playing professional rules, she was not down. So we're going to see what they call here. It would be a first down either way. St. Joe Bucks just scored over the Oklahoma Bears. That game up in Savannah, Missouri. 6-0 in favor of the Bucks. So we're going to have a 1st and 10 from just on the other side of the 50 here. Looks like not the 53. That is not the right number. The 47. 53 is not the correct number on that when you do the math. This time out of the shotgun. She has an option in the back, but that option will run for the pass. Pass is incomplete. Had 5 receivers on that. Well, 4 receivers and the running back. Incomplete pass will bring up second down.
Pass is incomplete. Brings up a 2nd down and 10.
And that does stop the clock. Normal rules. It is the power coming out. Heavier on the left side here. No, we're going to balance it out. Twins on each side. Again, out of this shotgun set. In motion. A little more heavy on the left. Looking for that pass to the left. She's looking that way. Is it caught? It is incomplete through the hands. And that will set up a 3rd and 10 now after the incomplete pass.
Pass is incomplete. Brings up a 3rd and 10 for Houston.
So 3rd and 10 coming up here for the Power. Quarterback for the Power is, I believe, Donnell Monroe. If that number is right, it should be number 5 out there. We'll try to verify that for you. It looks about right. We're going to have, well, now we're going to get the flag. I'm assuming there was some pass interference there and another flag after. I don't know if the second one was for the interference, but the first one, it is called interference. A very late interference flag. It was interference. There was not a lot of question on that, which will result in a first down automatically. Should result in a first down automatically. Ball should be at the 40. Not sure how it's there, but we'll go with it. 1st and 10 after the penalty flag. We'll give you the penalty logo there just to make it official, I guess. Make mine extra late, too. Monroe with the receiver for the option. She will hand it off. Vitale with the run. Short gain on the play, if any. It is 2nd down and 9 or 10. Maybe just be 10.
Brings up a 2nd and 9.
It's officially 2nd and 9, but the chains haven't moved. Or the one that counts anyway. 8:39 and counting to go in the first period here. First quarter. Basketball season ended a long time ago. We use quarters in this. Vitale in motion. Ball is bobbled. And that will be ruled down. That's going to be a big loss. That'll bring up 3rd and a long ways to go here. We're going to guess about 24 and see how close we are. 23. That is pretty good math.
Loss of 12 on the fumble. Brings down a 2nd down and 23.
Tell you what, whoever's down there doing the scoreboard, they're doing an excellent job at keeping track of that. 3rd and really long here, nearly at midfield. This could be the ending play here of the drive, barring a penalty. But I don't necessarily know if certain penalties will trigger first down if you don't get the yardage. Incomplete. That'll bring up 4th and 24. We have a Rage player that is down on the field. She's getting up over there.
After the nice defensive play, brings up a 3rd and 23.
Does bring up a 4th down.
Fans on your feet.
This might be where you want to punt. Now they do use the UFL extra point rules here. We'll get into those whenever we get to that point. I would assume the player deep back is going to be our punter. Looks like can't be Benson. It's number looks like a 4. If it's 4, it is Benson back there. Nope, it is 42, I believe. And that is no good. That will set up a first down for the Rage here. Get us back here. We'll get the roster that Coach Webb sent me. I know he sent me a roster. Not sure where it went. Oh, it might be my email. But handoff to the Rage. That is a first down, and then some more, another probably 3 yards on top of that. Rage have had first downs on almost every play of their possession so far. minus about 3,
13-yard gain by Simmons.
which turned into an interception on the 4th pass of that drive. Basically an arm punt. And the pickup. There we go.
Simmons on the carry, gain of 1.
Thank you, Coach Grant, for the roster.
Brings up a 2nd and 9.
That was Warren with the carry. Actually, it might have been Simmons with the carry. And direct toss over to Simmons. Simmons has some room. She has a first and then some more. They're going to say she stepped out about the 31, but that is enough for a 15-yard pickup. And Simmons again with another big run here, another first down for the Oklahoma Rage. Is KK Stevens coming in now, the running back on the roster.
Brings up a first down for your Rage.
So we'll see if maybe they're just doing some rotations here at the quarterback position. But right now, there we go. Twins on the right, single receiver on the left. And the handoff is all they needed on that for another first down out to about the 15. That's enough for about a 13-yard pickup.
Run by KK Stevens.
5.5 minutes to go. Rage is in striking position now. The first time either team has been in their own red zone here. Little wing formation here on the right. And the snap down the middle. That's enough to gain some yards out to the 10 or 11. Second down on the play. Possibly 2nd and 6 coming up. 2nd and 5. I still think it's 6, but same difference. 4.5 minutes approaching now. We have a timeout. We're going to take a timeout while there's a timeout on the field. We'll be back. Your local youth teams and the communities that they live in. And off down the middle. This time the power is seeing what's coming here. Let's see if she got enough momentum to get back to the line of scrimmage. That will bring up a 3rd down and a loss of about 2, it looks like. So they are in kicking range here. I did not see field goals before the game, but I imagine they do have a kicker. If I could teach this is going to be a penalty, that'll make this an interesting ball position here. That'll be 3rd and very short, possibly 3rd and 2, or 3rd and 3 here. It's going to be 3rd and 2.
Offsides against Houston brings up now a 3rd and 3 for the Rage.
So the offsides will give the Oklahoma Rage a very favorable field position coming up. 3.5 minutes here remain in the first half. Swapping sides, that is Stevens. I think it's Stevens. Nope, that is not Stevens. And the little X pass is good enough for a touchdown, Oklahoma Rage. So Oklahoma, just like that, on the board first. 6-0 Oklahoma Rage. We'll see what the extra point situation is here. I was told 5 is 2, 10 is 3, and I think from the 3 or the kicking spot is a 1. But we'll see what soccer kicks there for the, you tell she does soccer? I would assume she does. But we're going to kick. And there's the kicker I was talking to you about. We're going to take a break. 7-0 in favor. Doing a great job on that game. Check that out on my YouTube if you want. A little squib kick. Oh. That was number 88 for Houston here. Let me adjust my windows here. Ponce with the recovery there. Sorry about that. I didn't even get rid of that. That was not professional. I gotta make sure I clear that out after the touchdowns. 1st and 10 here. 3:13 to go in this first period. It is the Houston Power coming out in. Well, they are heavy on the left side over there. Just under the scoreboard is the other two receivers. Passes up, nearly intercepted. Oh, they're going to throw a flag on this. She went for the ball. I wonder if they're going to say she had early contact. If it is, it will be an automatic first down. Or hold. What are we calling here? Okay, the ball goes to the first down marker. Defensive holding, okay.
Brings up a 1st and 10 at the Rage 39.
So, that's a first down for the Power. In Rage territory from the 39. Nearly intercepted the ball. That was about as close as you're going to get to that. And Stevens, the running back, nearly she would have had a wide open touchdown on that play. That'll bring up 2nd down after the drop on the defense. That is when you really don't want to give that up. This time we're going to even out the line a little bit here. Twins on the outside. Running option on the left side. She will cut inside. Good pickup for Corey Matthews from Houston, Texas. This entire Houston team is from Texas except for Betsy Ballitzer from New York, New York. And from Spring, Texas, Courtney Hervey. Everyone else on the roster is from Houston. And, Leticia Lopez from Magnolia, Texas. Fuentes is 45. On 3rd down, which I did not update. That'll bring up 4th down, though. And about 5.
No gain on the play. Brings up a 4th and 5.
How did our timeout not come off the board earlier here? There we go. That's from earlier that did not come off the board that I probably didn't hit. 4th and 5 here inside the Rage territory. I look for some motion out of this. Look for a little called X pass, a little cross pass inside maybe. I wouldn't go deep. I'd be looking for something right about the line of scrimmage. Just enough for a first down. It is caught. We have not a touchdown. Pick up all the way to the 2. And that is a 1st and goal, though. Good pickup on the play.
Down to the Rage 2-yard line.
We have a 1-1 score with Tulsa, and I'm not sure about that, but I don't think that's right. I think it might be 0-0 on there, but Columbia Vipers, Tulsa Gators, CMFL game. I'm assuming it's 0-0 for some reason. They have ones on there. Down the middle, the power, and not powerful enough yet. That is a second down. Oklahoma Rage, they are closing that door in a hurry. Vital is going to probably get another crack at this. On the 2-yard line, 2nd and goal. I think the wind is blowing my camera. But it is okay there. It's better now. And again, caught in the backfield. I mean, that is everything you could do but get the Houston Twins on either side. But you know this is going, it is going to be a pass. Incomplete, 4th down now. Sometimes you live by the pass and you die by the pass, and right now the pass did not go the way they wanted on that. So we will try this again. This is 4th down. Monroe tried to get a bit of a sneak pass out of that, out of the formation. Everyone thought it was probably a run. We do have Matthews behind her, it looks like. See if Matthews is the false start. And that will be another 5 yards. That will move them back closer to the 7-8 yard line.
Against Houston.
That illegal procedure call will move the team back. Now it's 4th and 8, and they have to score. The options are very limited on what they can do now. Pass back, quarterback in trouble. That's a turnover. Loss on the play, and it will be 1st and 10. We're going to take a short break. We'll be back. Really spread offense, but they'll use that to their advantage. The line was also spread out. And a short pickup of, I don't see a flag. The 2nd down, and looks like about 6. Maybe 5. Official number 6.
Gain of 4 brings up a 2nd and 6 for the Rays.
Quick pass, incomplete. That'll bring up a 3rd down and 6 now. Play broken up. Avoided the sack, though. Good speed on that. Blue Jays. Who are the Blue Jays in Columbia, Missouri? Westminster. That is not in Columbia, Missouri. Well, that game is at Westminster, by the way, Missouri, where the Tulsa Gators are playing. Halfback pass. Ball is incomplete. Did not go backwards. That will bring up 4th down.
Brings up a 4th and 6 for the Rays.
That is my scoreboard being a little cranky. There we go. It's because I got a little nub right there. There we go.
For the Rays, number 77.
Wilmer coming out to punt for the Oklahoma Rage here. Quick kick style punt, not very deep. And she's going to get a good punt out of it, though, back near midfield, and the Oklahoma Rage will down the ball. We're going to have a officials discussion.
Down at the Rage 46. There is a flag on the field.
We have a penalty flag on the field. It is currently 1st and 10. Flag is against the Houston Power.
Block in the back against Houston.
So that's a block in the back
10-yard mark off.
officially.
To the
And
44-yard
10
line.
yards back.
Houston will take over 1st and 10.
Houston Power will take over 1st and 10 here in the second. 13:42 in this first half remain. Again, using the whole field here. Handoff. Houston, she will, I believe Gray will pick up about 3. 2nd and 7 coming up. Ran into a wall, and the wall did not give very much.
3 on the play brings up a 2nd and 7.
2nd and 7 for the Houston Power. If I get a little tick on there, it's because the wind is blowing my scoreboard camera. I will try to narrow it down a little better here if it does misbehave, but right now, it's behaving. We won't argue with it. Wind is blowing pretty good up here, but it is not that cold, thankfully. Pass incomplete. Hit the dirt, so whether it was caught or not, it is incomplete. That'll bring up 3rd down.
Pass falls incomplete. Brings up a 3rd and 7 for Houston.
3rd down for the Power. I would almost stack one side here if I was Houston and pass to the weak side. And it looks like that's what they're doing. They're stacking to the right. I'd watch that left side receiver there. Just send it. That's what I would do. It is thrown down the middle for a 1st down. That is caught. Not the placement I was looking for, but
Complete down to the 40-yard line of the Rays.
conversion is good.
1st and 10 Houston.
Another conversion here for the Houston Power for the 1st down. First joining us, we're here in Claremore, Oklahoma. Just outside of Tulsa, about 20 miles here. Stopped by the Gun Museum here in Claremore, a very nice place, and got myself a Oklahoma Route 66 passport. I plan to make a nice little journey down here, but speaking of journeys, that journey is enough for a 15-yard gain, maybe 16. Passes out to, looks like Owens. Oh, they said the 25 to Henderson. Not who I saw, but it is a 1st down either way. 20-0 Crusaders over the Eagles into the 1st right now. Going into the end of the 1st. If you're following that ball game, incomplete. 2nd down for the Power. That one targeted out to the left. Was off target. 11:43 remains in the 1st half. I may have to run out to my car and get me my sweatshirt. Out of the shotgun, has a running option here, but has plenty of passing options. This is caught. Dangerous on holding on to the ball there. That is caught by number 13.
Pass is complete.
Or was it 43?
Brings up 3rd and 8.
If it was 43, it'd be Glumick, the safety. But I don't know if that was her. Minutes to go and counting in the first half remain. Again, it is the Houston Power. They stalled once in Rage territory. Rage defense held them. First down, I think. Did we get a first? Helmet came off. She may have to, well, no, it's a short just a little bit. It's 3rd and...
Gain of 6 on the run brings up 4th and 2.
Oh, 4th and 2. I was about to say, my math wasn't right. Their math wasn't right on the field down there for a second. Scoreboard's math was right. 4th and 2. So again, same situation. Last time a penalty just killed off their drive. 10 minutes remain in the first half. Defense, they are sending it. And did she get enough? No good. So just like that, it's a first down for the Oklahoma Rage. We're going to take a very short break. We'll be back for the offense. And 10, they are heading to the big side of the field. They are starting out inside their own 20. That'll be a short gain. Maybe 2nd and 8. 2nd and 7.
For the Rage. Gain of 2.
Yep, it is 2. 2nd and 8, actually, for the Oklahoma Rage. Ball in the back with the toss. And it is going to be a touch. Oh, no, that's a safety. That's a safety. That is not a touchdown. That is 2 points on the board.
Ball is fumbled and goes out of the end zone for a touchback.
But the Rage will kick off to Houston now. This 7-2. Oh, I guess I can't add the score myself. Assuming they add the 2 points on the board eventually. Oh no, there's... Are they saying the ball was down? What are we... Have a... Well, official stopped it. I didn't see a flag thrown yet. So we're going to take a water break here. And we'll... So we're re-kicking from the 25. Well, the ball's loose. Did the Rage get it back? The Rage got the football back. And we're just going to call that a first down, and it's 7-0. That's going to be our official suggestion for that. I can't give you any more suggestions than what I just seen out there. You've seen it with me. So no points apparently on the board, and the Oklahoma Rage have the football. Need to quit overriding the scoreboard there. And we're going to have a dead ball. For the championship. And off down the middle into a pile of Rage and Power players for no gain. We have an neither team had possession, so it was neither a safe. It was just a touchback, but I don't know about the kick and all that. Looks like she is all right, by the way. There's third down and maybe 1. So, no safety. 2 points did not happen, apparently. They decided that that's what the rule was.
Nice gain on the play. Brings up a 3rd and 1 for the Rays from the 43-yard line.
I agree there, by the way. I had some chocolate-covered pretzels the other day at school. Those were amazing. Those Hershey-covered pretzels. Gotta try them. 3rd and short. Back to the Rage. This pass is incomplete, but we do have some laundry on this side of the field. So we'll have to see if this is going to give them a first down or this will be against Oklahoma.
That pass was incomplete, but there is a flag on the play.
Yeah, right now I'm not sure if either team is going to help themselves without penalties, but that is going to be a free first down. So the defense will give the Rage the first down on that play no matter what after the holding call. 3rd quarter, it is the St. Joe Bucks 6, Oklahoma Bears 0. So a slow ball game there in the 3rd period. 7-0 here if you're just joining us. Eight minutes to go, and the clock is still counting. A very slow huddle for Rage. They have 7 seconds on the play clock. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and just in time to get the ball off. The Power are able to break through the Rage line that time for a 2-yard loss.
Simmons on the carry for a loss of 1.
It was Simmons that took the brunt of that. Good job by the Houston defense there to seal off the holes. Earlier, those gaps were wide open, opening up several first down runs, but as the game goes along, adjustments are made. Fake the toss. This time that is caught for a 3rd and about 4. Good pickup by Amy Moran, wide receiver and linebacker. I do not have the city where these Oklahoma players are from. But I believe most are around the Tulsa area. Very big region, Tulsa. I actually played in Sand Springs, a very nice stadium. Again, another nice stadium here. Now, I am outside, though. But it is 7 o'clock at night, and it is very cool, so that also helps. That short completion, though, brings up a 4th and 2. Not sure my timeouts are what they're supposed to be. Houston Power has 1 remaining, and the Rage still have 3. False start. That may be a first down. We'll see if this is on the offense or the defense here. If the defense flinched, or if the offense flinched, then Officials discussing who the penalty's on. If it's on the defense, it's an automatic first down. If it's on the offense, it is 4th and long. And they are discussing. No flag. They're on the sideline. What about the foul? Cannot quite agree with, if this big zebra thing wasn't here, I could actually see the field sitting down, but .5:12. Clock is still moving. The clock is still moving here. I don't know what is going on the field. Pick up the pace. Hey, the clock is still moving. That means the pace is still moving. And off for the Rage. Ball. Enough for a first down off the counter. And actually caught me underneath by surprise, too. But that is a first down for the Oklahoma Rage. And all that confusion, it turned into a first down run.
Pass complete for a gain of 5. Down to the 34. Good for a Rage first down.
Rage for the pass. That is caught. That's a 2nd and 1. Ball is short. Eldridge able to get just enough openness to get the pass off. Defense did a great job of forcing the pressure. Managed to break through the secondary. That is nearly intercepted. Bear had 1 interception here. That'll bring up 3rd and 1 now.
Pass falls incomplete, almost intercepted. Brings up a 3rd and 2 for the Rage.
Uh-oh. I lost my other game that's going on right now. Oh, there we go. We got it back. Can't be losing that ball game. It's our CMFL game of the week. And handoff up the middle for the pickup. Another good run by Simmons. 3:51 to go.
Simmons on the carry for 6 yards. Good for a Rage first down.
Oklahoma Rage. Incomplete. Could be possibly grounding, but I don't think they're going to call that. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Pass falls incomplete. Brings up
Intended target was number 15, Amy Moran. A little bit short. I think she was expecting Moran to check down on the pass. Was not there. Wave the flag away. And we have an injury. Nope, we're just... I don't know what we're waiting on here. The play clock hasn't started yet. Now it's started. Bit of a hurry here, the Rage. Stacked on the right. Twins on the left side of the line. She's going to go back to the right to the stack side. Could be a pass out of this. It is not a pass. I was wrong. Third down and a very short gain on the play. Let's see where the chains are going to be. Third, maybe 8. Another run by Simmons. Simmons, the main carrier.
Brings up a 3rd and 8 for the Rays.
I was questioning the clock running, but I'm not running the clock. Ball's on the ground, nearly turned over, resulting in a loss of 3 yards on the play. Bring up 4th and 10 or 11.
4th and 10 for the Rays.
Good move by Oklahoma to get a hand on that. I believe it was Eldridge. 2.5 minutes to go and counting in the first half. St. Joe Bucks now lead 12-0 over the Bears out of Oklahoma City in the 3rd quarter. Pass is caught. That will be a turnover on downs. Out of the shotgun, they're sending the house on this in motion. Missed the snap. Quarterback's going to take it herself and nowhere to go. Ball is down on the ground for a loss. At least 2nd and 10. Trying to see where the player went down there with the injury. But I will try to find out at halftime, make sure there is no major issues. 2-minute warning coming up now. Guess we don't get a 2-minute warning here. Clock stops at no timeout.
This is the 2-minute warning before the
2nd and 8, apparently. Okay, we now have the 2-minute warning, so we'll take that 2-minute warning here. We'll be back. An update for you. Houston in the back, little handoff in motion. Pulled out of bounds. A little bit of chatting going on down in the field there. Brittany Rowan with the run. 3rd and 2, I believe. Enough for a
11 brings up a 3rd and 1.
3rd and 1, actually. So maybe a 7-yard pickup on that. Still 12-0 up in Savannah, Missouri. It is still the Bucks on top. We'll have the Bucks game next week if you want to check that out on Allen Hilliard Sports. Nearly picked off. Oh, that was caught. It was tipped, and it was caught by Houston for a 1st down near midfield. Kind of impressed by that.
Brings up a 1st and 10 at the Houston 49.
You know, I'm just thinking that press box on the other side, I'll show you a picture of it at halftime. It would scare me with the way the wind blows here. Incomplete. 2nd down.
Pass falls incomplete. Brings up a 2nd and 10 for Houston.
Second and 10 for the Power. Two on the left, one on the right. twin running options in the backfield, but instead the defense is there, nowhere to go. Quarterback, can she get rid of it? Linebacker's dream, just like a bulldog hunting a rabbit there. And third down, no major hit off of that. I don't think she actually got hit. She did lose 2 yards, but that pocket quickly collapsed for
loss of 2 on the play. Brings up a 3rd and 12 for Houston.
The power here. Power, again, same formation. They're going to send one of those running backs to a tight end position. I look for a little bit of a dump pass here. There it is. Pass caught by Vitale. I think it's Vitale. For a 4th down, I believe, though, and 5. We do have timeouts available here. With 46 seconds to go, the clock is still running. And Oklahoma will take the timeout instead. I would have probably let that clock run down, but we'll take a break with them. We'll be back after and give them a shout out in a little bit here. 39 seconds. Pass. Nowhere near the receiver. And that will give the ball back with 34 seconds to go. Oklahoma will have one more crack at this from their own 30 or 45-ish yard line here. Yep, about the 45. Other broadcasts this week on Allen Hilliard Sports while we hop out there. I don't know if Rage took a timeout or what, but they're talking. Well, their play clock is about run out. They got 10 seconds. They may have to take a timeout. Go down to 5, 4, 3, 2, and that's their play clock. Okay. There is a delay game. I was about to say, that was not close. To be fair, the one on the side they're facing does not work. But clearly the coach can see the play clock. Rage out of the shotgun. Pass is incomplete off the chest plate right there. Aimed at Johnson. That will bring up second down for Oklahoma. And 15 from the 40. Again, trips on the right side. No one in motion. Flag on their... Well, at least a whistle on the snap. I don't see a flag anywhere. Another delay of game. So 2nd and 20. Oh, illegal. He did a delay game thing, but same difference here. 5-yard penalty. 2nd and 20. They have racked up 1 down and 20 yards worth of penalties in this final possession here of the first half. I'm assuming it will be the final possession, but they still have 2 timeouts on the board. And you can't take them with you. Oklahoma. They may have to take one here, though, as the clock should not stop. We have... What are we calling here? Okay, the clock stopped due to the injury. This 3rd and 9, the Rage will fall on the ball. Are they going to take a timeout? I would just go to halftime. They are going to go to halftime. So we're going to take a break here after if you're wondering about those. And other than that, we have been scoreless here in Claremore, Oklahoma. First and 10 from the 43-yard line. Also, it is the Oklahoma Bears making a comeback in the fourth. They trail 20-13 now.
They will take over first and 10 at their own 41-yard line.
And actually, the numbers pop up so much brighter when the sun's not shining down on them blindly. Appreciate everyone for joining me here. It was a very fun drive from southern Missouri. Straight down I-44, tight group of trips here in a Wildcat formation for Houston. Not sure what's going on there, but that is clearly not what she was wanting to happen. Maybe a 1-yard gain on the play. A little bit of extra action after, but the 2nd and 9 after the 1-yard pickup there, Monroe. I think she was looking for a shovel pass, and the person catching the shovel pass was not there. I do like the uniforms on Houston, by the way. That is an awesome color. Brings back the old Queen City days with the bright pink and bright blue and white uniforms that they had. In motion with the snap. It will go to the motion girl, I guess. Let's say motion man, Rowan with the run. Short pickup by Rowan. Bring up 3rd and 2.
Gain of 7 on the play.
So 7-yard pickup, actually. She picked up some good extra yardage after the initial contact. Again, they're kind of in that little, not quite a wildcat, but they're getting there. Got a couple receivers on the right. And Monroe tried to run it herself, ran into several of the Rage ladies there at the line. That brought up a 4th and 2 now. No loss, no gain. 13:30 to go in this 3rd period here. There's a horn or something nearby, or car somewhere. That's going to be a first down and then some more. Another maybe 3 or 4 yards after the first down. So the conversion is good for Houston. Took the ball all the way, actually brought it back to the 30, to the 45. It's a big first down for the Power. You know, the best offense for the Power to run, I think an power I. Something like that would be awesome. But we got twins on both sides here. One with an option in the back. It's going to be a pass. Short pass, incomplete. Off the ground. That will be a 2nd and 10. Can't intercept it off the ground unless it's a backwards pass. Then you can. 12:42 remains in the 3rd period. 2nd down and 10. movement on Houston there, it looks like. We're going to get a flinch out of the Power. That will be a 5-yard penalty. 2nd and 15 coming up now. Yes, there's a lot of trains that come through here apparently. I did not realize there's that many trains. All the way back to the midfield line here. So 2nd and 15 coming up for the Power. Oh, you're right. There's a train crossing nearby. That makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. Sorry, I was thinking something else, and I'm like, wait, I hear a train. Yeah, there's a train like right a couple streets over. I'm assuming the other train is not too far away either.
3rd and 15 for Houston.
No gain on that play. Another 3rd down for the Power. Houston sitting in the house here. Twin receivers, both sides. Back in motion. We may get a illegal procedure penalty on this one. And penalty will go against Houston. So 3rd and 20 now.
3rd and 20.
Kind of the syndrome that the Rage had at the end of the first half where they kind of stalled out with penalties. Nope, someone has a truck over there that is a very loud horn. Quarterback with the throw. That is incomplete, nearly intercepted. That is one that you probably want back. That'll bring up a 4th and long for the Houston Power. That makes sense. The only train where I live is the one that goes to the military base, and it is not used very often. We always joke that if it is used very often and you see a bunch of trucks going by on it, that's a problem. Luckily, we haven't seen a whole lot. So, Houston with the punt, and that is short. It is caught. Oklahoma, they're going to pick up a very good return on this. And Stevens with the return. An update on that player that was injured there. She was looked at by the medical staff at least, and being evaluated by them. I'm not sure what happened to her, but she is not finishing the game. But she's being looked at for safety reasons, obviously. You want to be safe. 1st down after that failed drive. And Houston coming out. We're going to have Twins on both sides. Stoppage. We have a timeout, maybe.
Timeout called by Houston.
Houston will take a timeout. We'll take one with it. It's still 20-13 in the 4th. There's an injury right now. And that'll be a gift of 5 yards. And a still 1st down for all right, no way that's a false start. What in the Mickey Mouse SEC nonsense is this? Okay, we're just going to be reset it 1st and 10? Nope. Okay, whatever. Okay, we're still confused. Are we taking a timeout? I mean, there was a penalty. Team anyway. We'll go ahead and end that stream on there since that game is over. Little dump pass is caught. Plenty of room out there. At least there was. But still a short gain on the play. Beautiful pass to Rachel Stinson. 2nd and
pass complete for a gain of 5. Brings
6.
2nd down and 5 for the Rays.
Oh, it's 5. I still don't know how that penalty. There was no penalty called a minute ago. I'm just confused by that. It just that confuses me. 10.5 minutes to go in the 3rd, 1st or 2nd and 5. Why did it not give me a 2nd down? And we have an almost unsportsmanlike penalty. A bit of a separation there by the official to, again, talked about earlier, a little bit of chippiness going on. 3rd down and loss on the play. Okay, 3rd and 6. Hey, another train's going by. No, those are motorcycles, I'm sure. The train's on the other side of the road. So the Rage on 3rd and 6 here. Line up 3 deep on the left. Running back, nowhere to go. Down the middle, that's going to be short. Maybe a 1-yard gain. 4th and 5 coming up. Again, I want to thank you for joining us. If you watched the other ball game there, it was a pleasure. 4th down for Oklahoma. Handoff. Nope. This is a pass. Has a chance to get a first. We have a flag. This is going to be a first unless that flag is going to bring this back. Flag on the run. It is going backwards. I believe that's on Oklahoma. Brings the ball back to.
Holding was called.
That was holding. 4th and 9 now, or 8, I guess. Same difference. Holding penalty on that. Pass is deep. It cannot come across it there. I mean, you put your hand out, that ball is going to fall in your hand. That will be a turnover. That'll give the ball back to Houston, trying to get the players back on the other side there. We still have 9 minutes to go in this quarter and a whole nother quarter to go. Be Houston ball coming back the opposite direction. in a very obvious throwing offense, but they will dump it off in the backfield and nowhere to go for Vital. And a loss on the play. She's going to take a big loss, 6 or 7 on that play.
Nice defensive play there by number 4, KK Stevens. Loss of 5, brings up a 2nd and 15 for Houston.
Well, you can see a lot here off in the, especially north of us here. A lot of lights way up on the stadium. Pass is caught for a back to the original yard marker at least. 3rd and 9.
Pass complete for 8 yards. Brings up a 3rd and 9.
Whew, the pollen is blowing pretty good now, or the dust, whatever it is. This is caught by Vital, and no gain on the play. 4th down. So again, another 4th down. These teams kind of locking horns out here, and not really any offense coming out particularly strong.
4th and 9 for Houston.
So Houston again, another 4th down. Both teams traded this spot a couple times in the game already. Why do we have a horn blowing? Got all kinds of stuff blowing out there. With the punt. Kind of grabbed her leg there on that. Houston will punt the ball away all the way to the opposite 30. Good punt on the play. And that will be the starting point for Oklahoma Rage here. 1st and 10.
Fielded by the Rage at the 32-yard line. That is where they will take over.
They're talking about it just off camera. 6:57 to go in this 3rd period. So again, next week on Monday, watch some junior high baseball from the Waynesville against Conway. We'll have high school baseball, Waynesville against Parkview out of Springfield, Missouri on Tuesday. Wednesday, middle school track. And then Thursday, we'll have some high school girls soccer as the Waynesville Lady Tigers will host the Carthage Lady Tigers on Military Appreciation Night. But we're going to take a break here. The Rage will take a timeout. We will too. We'll 10. Oklahoma going to get their first snap of this drive off. It's not going to go very far, maybe to the line of scrimmage. That'll bring up 2nd down. Second, actually, it's going to loss 2 on the play there. I'm looking through a screen, by the way, so my video is the video screen. And quarterback gets away for a 2nd, but Eldridge can't get away for a 3rd time. Too many players able to break through that hole there. Brings up a 3rd down, and we'll just say 12. We'll keep the same number here. Setting up, split receivers, 2 on each side. Protection format here. Doing its job, dump pass, but behind the line of scrimmage for another loss. Be 4th and about 13, maybe 14. 4th down either way. And the ball girl, she is right there. So we are going to punt this away. I mean, that is a ball girl right up there into the field to get that ball to the officials. Ball's loose. It's on the ground. It is going to be a turnover either way. And that will go down as a fumble. 1st and 10 inside the 25. And we're going to take a very short break. Only scores the Oklahoma Rage in the first quarter. 5:02 in the third quarter remain. Houston drops back. They're going to pick up some yards. Might get a first out of this. They're going to be close. I think they're going to be called a yard short. That'll be 2nd and 1 coming up. They have Houston with 2 timeouts on the scoreboard. 2nd and 1 coming up. 4.5 minutes remain in the third quarter. Lines up with a wide set here. Quarterback's going to keep it. Into the defense, fighting for that first. I don't know if the Houston player got it. They did not get it. 3rd and 2. 3rd and 1, I guess, either way. Tried just momentum the way into the first down. Did not work. Second attempt is coming here. And off. That's a first down. And then a few more yards. Matthews able to pick up the first. It should be a first down. There it is. That's the official sign. 1st and 10 inside the 15 from the 12.
12-yard line brings up a 1st and 10 for Houston.
That could give Houston a very good chance to get another first down and run this clock down a little bit more before they score. It's a possibility. They get a first down at the 2 and then 4 more downs out of it. 3 minutes remain in the third period. Houston back. Ball's bobbled. Monroe, nowhere to go on the play. She will, I don't know if she'll lose yards, but she will bring up a 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. Brings up a 2nd and 10 for Houston.
Made it just back to the line of scrimmage. Houston in the neon uniforms, which are awesome. I think that should be the standard high school color, all neon uniforms. I do like that black and orange, though. That is generally the color of the team that I broadcast and the school I work for. Short pickup on that. That'll make this a less difficult. It is a touch. No. Dropped it in the end zone. 4th and 6 coming up here. Dropped the ball in the end zone. Fourth down coming up. All they need to do is get to the 2-yard line here. 1:34 to go in the third. Drop the pass. That would have been the first down they needed. That will turn the ball over once again to the Oklahoma Rage. And Google is making me sign in because it doesn't believe it's me. Gotta love that. But first and 10. There we go. Google is freaking out right now because I am not at home apparently. Just a 7-0 lead here. One score could make the difference in this ball game. It'll either break it open or it can tie it up. Or a Houston 2-point conversion could turn this into a Houston lead. 1 yard loss on that play. Second down coming up for the Rage. It's like a defensive swap out there. Playing a little bit deeper, looking for the pass. They're trying to push the Rage closer to their end zone. And the Rage will make it out to the 10 for a third down. Third and... well, I guess it's 9. Something like that. 8, 9. I wouldn't use those words, but they are the same referees, yes. That is not going to be a first down. That's going to be a fourth down coming up. 4th and 6 on the board officially. I think we have an injury again, so we're going to take another... Here, we'll have some highlights while they assess the injury. We'll be back. But why are they running the clock? Nope, never mind. We're just going to take a break here. It's the end of the quarter. Not like that in high school. Punt is off. It's recovered. Houston, they have room. Out of bounds, just past the 30. Good return for Brittany Rowan, a wide receiver out of Houston, bringing that ball back. That's going to bring up a first down, again, inside Oklahoma territory. It's a little chilly up here. Try to zoom in a little more here. We seem to be a lot of more running stuff, so we'll try to stick with that. And the ball exchange has been done. It is the Houston Power coming back up to...
Houston takes over first and 10.
I was about to say coming up to the plate. Not a plate in this ball game. I do a lot of baseball. Pass is thrown, incomplete. That is broken up. We have another injury. And we are back ready to go here. It's actually second down. Quarterback hit on the throw. And the interception is no good either.
Pass falls incomplete, brings up a 3rd and 10.
So that will bring up third down now. Good football atmosphere here. Pretty good crowd. We got, we'll call them the noise makers. Of course, we'll have the game broken down. We'll have highlights of the game also. Pass is incomplete. That is a 4th down once again. Both these teams forcing each other fourth downs back and forth.
Last ball is incomplete. Brings up a 4th and 10 for Houston.
This time 4th and 10 here. You're not going to punt in this situation. I guess you could, but then you give the ball up at the 5 yards away from where it's at. And for the pass, Monroe gets it off. Incomplete, too short. And that's going to be a turnover on downs. That will be Oklahoma Rage football, 14:30 to go in this 4th period. I mean, a good throw, just a little behind on that. Do plan to stop at Buc-ee's on the way home. Always got to stop at Buc-ee's. Oklahoma Rage back up on offense. Pass is caught down to the 40. Another good pickup again. That one is Berryhill with the... Oh, never mind. That is 88 with the reception. That is Johnson. We're back out just a little bit if we're going to be throwing.
For the Rage.
A little bit more, just because we're getting right in the middle of the field where it's harder to see. Safety wants some video time too. Rage lining up. They're going to get interrupted on this. We got a player that is coming out for some issue. What are we... Equipment issue, maybe? I don't know what the issue is, but player was swapped out of the game. Handoff down the middle. Nope, that's a pass. Caught me looking for the handoff. Another first down for Oklahoma. That will get them out of the danger zone in the back, at least.
Good for a first down, Rage.
There we go. Try to get the right shot here. I'm getting a little bit sloppy on my angles of the camera. Oklahoma lining up. Twins on the right, one on the left. Handoff this time is down the middle, but she will go backwards. I didn't see who that was, but did not go the direction she wanted. A loss of 3. 2nd and 13 coming up. 12:30 to go. And this is going to be a defensive penalty. So that's be 3 yards. That'll give us a little more than the previous line of scrimmage. 8 or 9 will be the distance here. It'll be 9.
Brings up a 2nd and 9 for the Rage.
Clock continuing to run. And off to the outside, a 5-yard pickup. 3rd and maybe a 4. But 3rd and 5, 3rd and 4 coming up.
Getting a 4 on the play brings up a 3rd and 5 for the Rays.
So 3rd and 5. It is Houston. I mean, they may be sending the house this play here. The defense is not playing around right there. We'll see if any of them follows the receivers out. We have there we go. Well, we got a mismatch here. You throw it to the right, you got a shot out of this. And there's that throw. Found a hole, 4th and short coming up. Clock winding down now. That's caught. That's a 1st down for Oklahoma. Beautiful pass on that. Beautiful catch. And a 1st down for the Rage. Looked like number 15. That was Amy Morin with the catch. This team's not afraid to go for it on 4th down. Clock continuing to run.
Down to the 41-yard line. Good for a Rage 1st down.
Oklahoma lines up. Little toss play. Brought down. Might have grabbed the head area. I'm not sure. That is generally a penalty, but did not get called. Simmons. With the possession there, she will lose a few yards on that. 2nd and about 13 here from the opposite hash mark now. Oklahoma, nope, fakes the handoff. That's a pass right into the defender. That'll bring up 3rd down and about 5, maybe 6.
Pass complete down to the 37-yard line. Brings up a 3rd.
Should be 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7, something like that.
Brings up a 3rd and 6 for the Rays.
Announcer trying to get it all figured out down there below me. Under 9 minutes to go in the game. Penalty flag probably on the snap. They're going to point to the Rage here. That'll be... Oh. No. Offside on the defense.
3rd and 1 for the Rays.
3rd and 1 instead coming up here for Oklahoma. Tackled in the backfield for a 4th down. A little extracurricular away from the ball. 4th and 4 now for the Oklahoma Rage. They converted on the last 4th down.
Brings up a 4th and 4 for the Rays.
That one, the front line collapsed a little bit. Low snap. Ball. That's another 1st down for Oklahoma. out of bounds at the 20. Big pickup, about 15 yards on the play. I believe that was Amy Moran with the run. .7:34 to go.
Houston is on the carry down to the Houston 23. That brings it to a Ridge first down.
Rage with another first down. And another big pickup here, 6 yards maybe on that, 5 or 6 yards. So they're going to pick up half the distance they need.
Brings up a 2nd and 5.
7 minutes now approaching here. Time starting to wind down. If the Rage can get a touchdown, they're going to get a big bonus out of this in the rest of the game. If Houston can get the ball back and get some sort of points, they're at least going to have a shot. Houston going for what appears to be a possibly in motion. Nope, pass. Little tailback drop right there. That is going to be short of the marker, about 2 yards or so. 3rd and 2. So about a 3-yard pickup.
Pass complete down to the 19-yard line. Brings up a 3rd and 2 for the Rays.
Waiting for, I don't know what we're waiting on here. Well, we got 14 seconds on the play clock to do something. Time management earlier was not on their side. Handoff towards the 10. That is, I believe, enough for a first. It is 1st and goal. Oklahoma here, they are really winding the rest of this time down here, taking their time.
Simmons on the carry down to just outside the 10, brings up a 1st down Rays.
We'll be back later this season for 2 more games here in the Tulsa area, again at Claremore, Oklahoma. And possibly a playoff game after that, depends on how things go. Next week we'll be in Savannah, Missouri as actually I'm not sure who they play, but we'll be doing a St. Joe Bucks game next week. They might play the Eagles next week, possibly. Approaching 5 minutes left in the game. Again, handoff. Nope. Again, the fake. Opposite side. That's a touchdown. Oklahoma Rage will strut in for the end zone. 13 points for Oklahoma. And the PAT coming up here. This is a big PAT, but they now have a multi-score lead. Why? Oh. There we go. Oh, there we go. That pass goes not where it's supposed to. There we go. Now it's updated, but Oklahoma will pick up the touchdown. They have a 13-0 lead. We'll be back. The ball's dropped. It is going to be recovered by Houston. Nearly a turnover. That would have effectively killed the game off, but I believe either 88 or 10 came away with that. I'm not sure who wound up with it. It was either Peralta or Ponce. So 1st and 10 coming up here, 4:50 to go. If you get a defensive stop here, this game is essentially over. Curious to see how close we can get to a defensive stop. But Houston, they are going to send some extra receivers out there. They're going 3 wide on the other side. That's going to be enough for a 1st down and a yard or so, 11-yard pickup. Into the hurry up. Clock continuing to move. Should be running. There it is. And again, the hurry up. They need 2 scores, though. They're down by 2. Quarterback, nowhere to go. That ball's loose. That is turned over. It is an Oklahoma football. And we have a player down out there. We're going to take a break, but it is Oklahoma football when we come back. Looks like they're going to be close. They get the snap off with 2 to go. Now they can start chewing that clock out, as we're going to get under 4 minutes in this ball game. 2 timeouts for Houston. They may have to start taking these timeouts. 2nd down. But thing is, if you have to get 2 scores in the game, it's going to be a lot harder if you don't have those timeouts. And they're doing this PlayStation style here. They're going to stall this out, and they're going to run down as much as they can. Because they can run down close to that 2-minute warning and leave Houston with 2 minutes to go. Again, this time the pass, incomplete. That will stop the clock. 3rd and 10, 3:22 to go. You don't want to stop the clock. You want to keep it rolling if you're in the lead. Houston, that saves them a timeout, though. Wait, why is the clock still running? I don't know what's going on. Oklahoma, little dump pass for a short gain. That'll bring up 4th and 5. If you got, I'm going the wrong way on here.
5-yard gain on the play brings up a 4th and 5.
So if you have a good punter, you can set this inside the 10. You can make this very difficult for. I'd almost give this to Houston, the ball, unless you're confident that you can get this 1st down. I guess we'll see if they're confident or if they're well, we don't have a punter out there, so I guess we're confident today. They're going to hand it off. No, they're not. They're going to be short, 1 yard short on the play. And we're going to have an unsportsmanlike, so this could be interesting. And another unsportsmanlike, unless that 2nd flag is going to be thrown by the original flag. But we're going to take a break while they sort this out. We'll be back. We'll tell you what happened. So that may be enough to ice the rest of this ball game here. Oh no, it is Houston ball. Never mind, it was Houston's ball. Okay, I'm confused here. How is it a 15? How is it an unsportsmanlike on Houston if they get the ball back where the penalty? I'm confused. It's 2nd down. But that will stop the clock. There's still the 2-minute warning. They still have 2 timeouts. Game is not over yet. And Houston trying to get something. They're going to pass off. That is caught for a first. And another 4 or 5 yards out of that for another first down.
Pass completed out to the 40-yard line.
2:02 to go. Clock should be rolling here. Oh, I guess not. Well, it should get a 25-second clock, or play clock, if the clock's not rolling. But with the pass, that is picked. Is that picked off? Or is that? Now the coach not happy about that over there. He is not happy at all. That is incomplete pass. Was not intercepted. And we're going to take a tie. And it happened during the play, so it didn't make any sense there. Incomplete pass on that. And earlier we had a false start or a defensive encroachment, and it took them like a minute to talk, and then they're just like, no, redo it. So there's been a lot of confusingness in this ball game here. Or running the clock for 2 minutes with no penalty at all afterwards. Narrowly picked off again. That's going to bring up 4th down. This has been a good ball game, though. We have not had... I did not do that. This has been a good ball game here. Very competitive by both these teams. But with 1:46 to go, they're not going to punt the ball. That's not going to happen. I don't know. We don't even have a timeout on the board, so how did we get a timeout a minute ago? That wasn't the 2-minute timeout. Oh, well. They missed it the last half. Then they finally figured it out. Well, they are sending the house this time. And we're going to have a defensive penalty here. 4th and 5 coming up now. I don't think that will change a whole lot.
Against the Rage, brings up a 4th and 5. Let's go, Rage fans!
Rage is not particularly playing blitz defense, but they are showing it. They're going to swarm that line, though. All the defenders are covered. Incomplete. How is that it? That's going to be a 1st down if that's what I think that is. We are going to figure out what this is. Okay, that is a 25-yard pass interference call, apparently. I guess it's spot of the ball, apparently. So, 1st down for Houston. 1:39 to go. And quarterback is caught up on the throw. Nowhere for Monroe to go on that one. Able to get the ball off without getting the ball intercepted. 2nd and 10. .136 to go, 2nd and 10. Rage playing deep. Pass nearly picked off again. That is 3rd down. Houston still has 2 timeouts though. This game is not over yet. Game just under 3 hours approaching here. Handoff in the backfield, nowhere to go. That is 4th down with a loss on the play. That was Rowan with the handoff, but nowhere to go. 4th down, and where is the ball? 17.
18, actually, a loss of 8.
18. Cross, they used one of their timeouts. They have 1 remaining. Both teams have 1 remaining. Clock under a minute now. Monroe with the pass. Can't hang on to it. And that will turn over the ball. It is 1st and 10 from close to the 40 here for the Oklahoma Rage. They can take 2 snaps here if Houston will permit them to. But again, a very tough played game here. Just some of the penalty assessments were questionable, I guess, but that 2-point conversion earlier did not prove to be a factor. Houston is, well, you do have to snap the ball. Officials are down there like, come on, let's go. Congratulations again to both these teams. Houston played a great game. Oklahoma played a tough game. They're going to take a knee. And are they going to have enough? That is going to be your final here with 1 more knee snap. Oh, I know we're not going to go throw this ball. I think the officials just... And this will end the ball game. Again, thank you for joining us here. Our final score officially in... Now our final score is 13-0. Oklahoma on top. It has been a pleasure. Again, thank you for joining us from Oklahoma. We'll be back in a few weeks for another ball game here, but join us next week for all the...